Okay, okay. So here are a few ways to deal with using textures of trees, cliffs, um, from photographs and bring them into your matte painting. I have basic photos here that I brought up from already. I just made really general selections, so you can see they're not close to the edges at all. But I just brought them in so I could do all the work in one document. And you can see all my layers right here. As I turn these off, you'll see these different images. Different tree parts turning off. This here is just sort of a tree in the distance, but its smaller scale could work for your image. There's a lot of busyness with those leaves and everything, but we're going to get rid of all that and try to make easy selections. They're not going to have to be perfect. This is like a root of a tree from a photograph. You can see the image is really big. The original image was large. All I'm going to do is maybe use this part. This is all I saw. I might use more, so I select more just in case. And I could always bring in, a connection to another root or branch or something like that if I want to. I have two images that are almost the same here. So this was shot with a zoom lens. So I'm focusing with this image here. I'm actually focusing on this section right here. So this is a regular 35mm lens probably. So I get more, it's a wide angle, so I get more of the shot. Everything's off in the distance. But I brought in both because, I might want something at a different scale with more detail. And I thought these were kind of similar to the piece, this sort of cliff piece that we're working on. Here's an image of a cliff just for the texture. And again, I select wider, more than I need. I might only use a section of this, but there's so much here that you just never know. You don't want to end up having less than you need. So, for example, these are two other images that I took. I haven't changed the color on this one. It was actually a kind of a dark image, so it kind of works for this. It means when I do an image adjustment, I won't have to go that far with it. I did transform it and make it smaller and squeeze it into the scale of this part of the shot. This original image was also larger. I just made a quick selection from one of the photographs of the cliffs. I was looking at this edge here and thought that it was very much like what you have going on right here. So we can use the cliff and all this texture all together. I don't have to make a selection of this that's really neat on this edge. I just use this because this is free photo information. I've transformed it to sort of fit the scale that we have going on in here, and that's really important that the scale matches. That's where you're going to see difference in this thing, where if your scale is off, it will look off. So back here, maybe the scale is too large in some of these things, so we can just break it up or add stuff over it to fix that without redoing everything. But the scale is what we're seeing. If it's off, it will show. So I have a couple ideas for this. The two first ones were just throw selections on here and blend them into this environment, color and lighting. So I'll do that first. But a couple other issues that I'm seeing with this image, I'll get to eventually, and I'll probably do it in different videos. So this is where we're going for right now. We're going to start blending these in.